First, congratulations on your new role as a member of the Legislative Council. The election last
Mm.
year were the first to be held under the new electoral system to ensure that patriots governing Hong Kong. So, since the new legislature convened, have you noticed any discernible differences in how it operates?
Well, thank you. It's very much, I'm very happy to be on your program again. Time flies, but a lot has happened. It's a new role for me and also a new challenge for me, being a newly elected LegCo members. I think we really have to play the catch-up game. Hong Kong has really been stalled by many reasons, even a lot of political reasons for the past 10 years. A lot of work that should be done, a lot of constructions, a lot of advancements, a lot of integration to the mainland should have done many years ago. And because of the previous political landscape, it can't be done. And of course, as being a new member, there are many challenges. LegCo is a place of rules and regulations and procedures. There's much more room now to debate and cooperate. Before I feel that in the whole LegCo, even the political sphere, it's so tightly wound. There's no room even for dialogue and conversation. And that's not the model for any, democratic system. There should be a process of, back and forth and negotiation between even people with different views. But now I think with 90 members, especially now during the pandemic, we put differences aside and everyone's just helping in each way they can.
Hong Kong postponed the election for its chief executive until May due to the
Yeah.
COVID outbreak. The region is, however, governed under the one country, two system principle. So, what do you think the qualities should a Hong Kong chief executive to have to implement that?
We have to look at the bigger picture as where does Hong Kong position ourselves in the next 20, 30 years? I think, of course, we have to look at national interests and where is China heading in the next decade? And how can Hong Kong position ourselves to help national agenda and national initiatives? Now Hong Kong will be governed by patriots. We need a chief executive who can, first of all, unite Hong Kong. We don't want to talk about blue camp and yellow camp anymore. This is not healthy for any society, but easier said than done. How do we have a leader who can unite both sides of the aisle to run for a common objective? That's number one. And number two, because of the pandemic and what happened in 2019, I think we really have to restore international confidence, because Hong Kong's position will always be the window or a strong bridge to outside world in the new era. So how can we have a great, I don't want to use this word, but salesman, a great person who can inspire, the international community and bring the strength and the advantages, and also can really tell a good story.
Your proposal this year is, on integrating sports and arts in Hong Kong into the national development. Will that be difficult to do, though?
I think it would be difficult, but I am optimistic. Let's put it this way, because the most of my constituents and most people in arts and sports, when I speak to them, they really want to integrate. I think in the grand scheme, looking at the national development for China, we are hoping that the sports and also cultural industry can be a new driving force behind economic growth, especially in China's new era. We need to focus on, a balanced economy, instilling the, cultural pride and cultural, confidence in ourselves. And this is the bigger picture. And now is a good time because, as we saw on the, government work report, every year we are seeing an increase in the disposable income of the average Chinese person. The middle class has risen. And these are the people who will be spending money on their health, on their mental health, which is culture, to enrich their lives. I think this is a good time to debate this, and it's a good time for them to step in.